Welcome to the TMF Daily podcast, where we're not just talking about clinical research, we're elevating the conversation on the trial master file. Today, we're talking about one of the most critical systems in clinical trials. It's the eTMF, or Electronic Trial Master File. Now, I know what you're thinking, Nicole, just another piece of tech, right? Wrong. So, if you want to stand out as a leader in this industry, you got to master the eTMF. It's non-negotiable. So stick with me, because by the end of this episode, you're going to have a crystal clear understanding of what an eTMF is, why it's critical, and how you can leverage it to drive success to your trials. So what's an eTMF, right? Let's just start with the basics. The eTMF, it's also known as the Electronic Trial Master File. It's a digital repository where all your essential documents for a clinical trial are stored. So think of it as your trial sort of one-stop shop for your compliance, your documentation, and transparency. So the concept comes straight out of ICH GCP E6R2, which defines the trial master file as a collection of essential documents, and that allows the conduct of a trial to be evaluated. So whether it's protocols, informed consent forms, monitoring reports, or regulatory approvals, it all lives in the eTMF. Now, here's what makes the eTMF so powerful. It's not just a filing cabinet, right? It's really a dynamic system that's going to track your trial's progress in real time, contemporaneous. So it's ensuring that your documentation's aligning with those milestones and that you're inspection ready at any given moment. When the regulators come in, you're like, bring it, I'm ready, right? So why does the eTMF matter? Okay. And so let's just break it down. Like, why was the eTMF a game changer? And I'll use myself like as an example. So whether it's like the FDA, the EMA, or another regulatory body, inspections can happen at any time, right? And so your eTMF, at least for me, it gave me the confidence to say, bring it on. I'm ready. You want to come today? Let's do this. An eTMF also like allows your sponsors, your CROs, and sites just work together seamlessly. Like it's all about, I don't know, breaking down the silos and creating that unified source of truth. And let's just take like 21 CFR Part 11, right? The eTMF, it ensures that your data is secure, it's traceable, it's compliant with electronic record keeping standard. And then your efficiency and scalability, like manual TMFs, they're really a thing of the past. Like paper's obsolete in my brain. When someone says, oh, we have a paper TMF, it's like, I can't really go back. Like I've been working in eTMF so long that when someone says paper TMF, I'm like, I could do it, but do I really want to? Does it make sense? I don't know. With the eTMF, I think like you could just automate these tasks like document tracking and version control, and it's saving you time. It's like reducing that human error. So how does the eTMF work anyways? Well, I mean, every document, it's uploaded into the system. You're tagging it, you're indexing it according to like your predefined structure. A lot of people follow the TMF reference model. The system tracks metadata. So like who uploaded this document? When was it uploaded? What version is it? Your eTMF has workflows for reviews and approvals and quality checks, and they're ensuring that like every document is meeting regulatory standards before it's even finalized. Like that's a win-win in my book. And you know what? The best part, most eTMFs, they have dashboards that you get in real time. You get real insights into the status of your trial. You can see which documents are missing, which are pending, and like where you are where you're at with those milestones, I can remember tracking this by hand and how labor intensive it was before I even had an eTMF. And I'll tell you what, it's really tricky to do that in real time when you're bouncing back and forth between all these studies and the documents are coming in. Is your dashboard accurate? Something to think about. Now, I'm going to be real with you. Just because you have an eTMF, it doesn't mean your TMF is going to be successful. It's all how you set it up. A poor setup is not good. If your eTMF isn't structured properly, you're really setting yourself up for like pure chaos. Just it's so much easier to invest the time up front, configure it, do it right the first time. Don't set it up like half-ass and say, "Oh, we'll figure it out later because I don't have the time." You know what? Just get it done. Like do the hard thing first. Get it out of the way. It'll make your life so much easier down the road. I promise you. Next one's training, right? It'll always boils down to training. Like the system is only as good as the people using it. So make sure your team is trained on how to upload, tag, and really manage those documents effectively. And then lack of oversight. So use the system's dashboards, the audit trails to really stay on top of your compliance. Like don't just assume everything's in order, like verify it. So why should you care? Well, I mean, here's the deal. A well-managed eTMF, it really can be the difference between a smooth inspection or a nightmare. And what separates the good from the great in our industry. So if you're not prioritizing your eTMF, you're really leaving your success and money on the table. All right, that's a wrap for today. The eTMF, it really might sound like another system, but trust me, it's the foundation of your trial success. So if you're in clinical research and mastering this tool, it isn't optional. It's really how you stay ahead of the game. It's how you stay compliant, and it really sets you apart as a TMF leader. So here's your challenge. Take a closer look at your eTMF. Like, are you using it to your full potential? Are your processes streamlined and inspection ready? If not, it's time to step up. It's time to level up. All right. Thank you for tuning in to the TMF Daily podcast. If this episode added value, hit subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Together, we're building a stronger, more resilient TMF community. Let's go. You know what? I was going to end, but I wanted to show you guys this bow tie at the end because it's super cool. It's not sponsored. I actually got it at where I get my mail. I know it's weird, but watch. It lights up super fast, and then it's got another option. We can have a slow blink, or we can just leave the lights on. And then if it's too much for you, shut the lights out. All right, peace out.